Welcome to the beautiful senior lounge at the Fullerton Community Center for another session of Art at Home. My name is Amy. We have Leslie behind the camera, and we are going to be starting off the new year right with a personalized art journal. Keeping an art journal is a great way to stay creative and to feed your creativity. You just have to draw on it every day if you can, but don't be too hard on yourself. So let me show you what's in your bag and how we're going to get started. You're going to have this beautiful composition book that we have gone ahead and prepared for you with Gesso. Came like this, and now it's like this. Now, Gesso, it's probably like my second favorite art material. You probably already know that Mod Podge is my very favorite thing on the face of the earth. Gesso is this wonderful material that's kind of like paint, and it's paint with a binder and with a tooth, like a mineral. Sometimes it's chalk, sometimes it's actually ground up marble, and it gives the surface a little bit of a tooth. So basically you can slap a layer of gesso on just about anything and it becomes something you can paint on. So it's wonderful. You can slap it on records, antiques you find, stuff at the thrift store. So we went ahead and gessoed everything for you. So all you have to do is be creative. So you've got this wonderful surface here. We're going to add color and collage. Let's get started. Okay, so first off, you want to put a piece of scratch paper just inside the cover. This is to protect the other sheets in your book. And we're going to start by preparing a background for your collage. Each bag has in it two colors of this pretty concentrated watercolor. And we chose either a warm palette like this one or a cool palette. You can apply it any way you want. I'm doing some crumpled up paper towel. We're going for, I don't know if it's a tie-dye kind of effect or maybe it's a cloud kind of effect, but I'm letting the colors blend in. It almost looks like some of the really beautiful sunsets we've been having lately. One of the great things about watercolor, you may recall this from when we did fall leaves earlier, is that you can't quite predict what's going to happen, and that's part of the beauty of it. So yeah, we've got some hard lines, we've got some soft lines. I'm really liking this. In addition to using paper towel or a sponge, you can also do like some accents with little Q-tips. We'll throw a few of those in the kit for you. So I'm just gonna leave that and let that dry and solidify, and we'll see what happens to some of these beautiful lines. And then we'll come back for our next step, which will be collage. So now we have a dry watercolor background. It should take maybe an hour for that to dry, depending on how much water you put in there. You can always hit it with a blow dryer if you're really in a hurry, but that will move the water around. So now we're going to collage. What we've included, if it's warm watercolor palette, we've included some cool colors for your collage. You can go to town and cut out abstract shapes or letters or designs or anything you want. Or if you need some inspiration, I think birds are just such a great metaphor for starting the new year, taking flight, going on an exploration, blossoming, the metaphors abound. So if you want to get started on birds, here's a good way. I am going to take a little bit of chalk and create a transfer by putting this on the back of the paper. Whenever I teach this technique to kids, it's always really fun because you show them this really low-tech, old-fashioned way of transferring an image, and they're like, whoa, that's amazing. Trace over every single line. Let's see how that turned out. That's pretty good. Now I have that. Figure out a place to put that there. I'm going to do something with this other sheet of paper, make some free-form shapes. Yeah, maybe the bird is going to be flying away from these shapes that are sort of vaguely malevolent, reaching for it, almost like flames. We also have a little bit of black. So don't be afraid to layer, but don't glue anything down till you're good and ready. So I think this is going to be my composition. If you want to really, really, really take control of the process, snap a picture of this before you disassemble it and then put it back together. Wield your mighty glue stick and work this in layers. think I'm happy with that. Well, how cute is that, right? It's just a simple composition on the theme of freedom and flight. One little thing I forgot to mention is burnishing. When you have everything glued down nicely and you're happy with the composition, go ahead and put a piece of paper over the surface, and you can use your fingertips to do this. Just make sure everything's really pressed down. And you have all of these pages you can fill with a new idea. And in your course, in the bag that you got with all of your materials, there are some prompts. Maybe one day you'll do clouds. Maybe the next day, you'll do eyes. The sky's the limit. Well, thank you for joining us for our New Year's Art Journal. As you finish your projects, be sure to take a picture and tag us at FCC Art at Home on social media so we can see your beautiful work. And keep creative, have fun, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.